Welcome to our important meeting in Lillehammer. We are Bulgarian and Norway partners. First, to start, introduce himself, everyone. Всеки да се представи. First, Espen.
Yes, thank you. Yes, we are from Fjellugla. My name is Espen Berlin Larsen, and I'm a senior consultant for Fjellugla, working with different projects within the EEC funds. And also my background is in traditional craftsmanship within the food sector.
I also come from Fjellugla Kompetanse, and my role in that is I'm a headmaster for educational purposes and things like that. The background, I am a sociologist, long back in the Stone Age.
Okay, Iliana.
Okay, I'm Iliana Pavlova. I working in project professional project Erasmus program. I am director Center Education for people after 16 years.
Okay, okay, training, yeah.
I'm Ivan Petrov. I'm a coordinator for project. We work together 20 years.
My name is Kavateva.
Кажи, че си директор.
Тя ще превежда.
Добре. Доскоро бях зам-директор на голямо училище с 1300 ученици и сега работя към Свят за всички, госпожа Илияна Павлова.
I'm Eli Shopova. We are partner with Iliana Pavlova. Our organization and Iliana's organization works together of so many projects.
Where is that education center located?
Къде Хасково. Хасково
And this
City.
is the same
Yes.
Plodiv, Haskovo.
I know, I
Yes.
understand.
Yeah. You know Haskovo City?
Yes, as I told you before, I have spent many times in Bulgaria.
This center, what is the main, what are the mainly doing? And what kind of projects are interconnected, or is it only one project, or
Има
is it
24 професии.
many different projects, different areas of education? I would like to know some more.
Center is started 2014 here. We have 24 professional education.
30 учители, преподавателя в различни специалности.
30 teachers.
Работим с хора с увреждания, възрастни деца.
We are working with people and children with special
Handicap.
Okay.
Yes. От етнически различни, с ромски.
technical different people.
И лица отпаднали от училищната система след навършване на 16 години.
The students who
dropped off school
dropped the school
after they
16
completed
years.
16.
Okay, so basically.
Работи по различни европейски програми, не само по Еразъм.
This center works with different European programs, not only Erasmus.
Национални и европейски.
National programs and and European programs.
Предимно с професионална насоченост.
Just one follow-up question: are they educating teachers for helping disabled, students, or are they kind of teaching the students?
Учителите ли обучавате, които да работят с децата, или директно децата?
И учителите, и децата.
Yeah, both cases.
Both, okay, yeah.
One year's teachers 1 year's student.
Okay. Understand. Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay, now first question of the two centers for Felugla and World for everyone. What are the opportunities for training people from groups, adults and immigrants? Your projects for this group.
Okay. So what we've been working in our teaching place is a lot with Ukrainians lately for learning them basic Norwegian. But that is like the first step for them to get into the society as such. They would like to go quickly into the society. So that is a minority which have disadvantages in the society as such just now. We also have what we call the mangfoldledelse. Let's see if I can get a good English word for that.
Multiplicity.
Multiplicity kind of educational, where you have different people from different groups, and they try to together get like a better total. So you add like the different values they have. So instead of making them minorities, you're making a better group thinking, right? So together you're stronger, and also teaching each other. And then you have like the third group, which is people which is dropouts from school. What we find is like we're working a lot with traditional craftsmanship, and in this specific area it's like 40% of them have problems with reading and writing. That is why they went to traditional craftsmanship. Dyslexia and so on. So we've been helping them to getting their education because they're good with their hands, but they're difficult to read. And this is something to bring them up, and also being able to participate on different levels when they are working, so they don't get the lowest pay, because there's nothing wrong with their head, it's just that they are scared of school. So we teach them not to be scared of school. And this way we take them through and get them up to the exams and help them through. So this is also very important because it gives them better strength for working and being, ideals for others in the same situation. I think that is the three main things.
Very good.
How many teachers for craft you have your organization?
Right. Okay.
That's a very hard question to answer. I tried to explain it before, because we are not a company. We are organized as a network.
Yes. Only connect these.
Only connect them when we have jobs and problems to solve. And I think in the total network it's over 100 people, very qualified for different kind of jobs in education.
Competencies and so on.
При нас е същото. Значи ние казахме 30 учителя, но те работят на различни работни места.
Same in Bulgaria.
И
This
когато
teacher
имаме
works in different
workshop
places.
или нещо,
When we need for these teachers, yes.
Exactly. That's so we have a small.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, we have a small administration, but we have a wide network in a lot of different courses, and then it's from the demand of what people would like to have, or if we need to launch something, then we take the competences in and build up.
При нас е също малка администрация, повече с договори, които при необходимост да вършат.
Yes.
For example, now we have just been starting up courses for people who want to qualify for a craft certificate as carpenters.
Сертификати за компетенция.
За дърводелци.
And
Примерно казвам
the shortest contract there for a teacher is he's going to teach for 6 hours.
Най-краткият договор е за 6 часа.
One area that is fully covered in our region. It's very important, but it is done in 6 hours. So we don't have any people employed in our organization. I and my wife are running the administration and we are not employed. We have a deal with the board that we can send them invoice for up to a sum each month if we have managed to get that kind of money into it. If there are no money, we are not paid.
We are not. We are not sponsored by the government, so we still have to have. We are an NGO, so we don't pay tax. But still, we need income to pay for the different teachers and administration and so on. So some months is good, but some is not so good. For example, during summer.
Yeah, the same.
Yeah.
And perhaps under the pandemic, it was quite
I
bad.
didn't know. Zero.
Yes.
Okay, which craft it's so popular in your organization? In Norway, maybe in your region?
Yeah, plumbers
Plumbers.
Водопроводчици.
putting the water into the house.
Ah,
Те са
водопроводчици.
такива
Са по-обясни, че
And
организациите нямат финансиране от правителството.
carpenters, of course, people running heavy vehicles,
Дърводелци,
working in transportation,
тежкотоварни машини, шофьорните тежкотоварни машини.
Те са повече в
all kind of working machineries and things like that. And people working in shops, in service.
И като служащ, като в сервизите по такива магазини за
And in
инструменти.
office and administration work. That's a popular craft in Norway now.
Голямо занятие и офис администрация. Is this considered as craft?
Yeah.
Yes, so you get like a diploma for that as a craft.
Има офисът ми, да, има
Значи при
офис
тях
администрация.
като занаят се води това.
Hospitality. But I think it's important to know that Fjellugla is most occupied with, into the heart, with the traditional craftsmanship. But you have the local demand. They need more electricians, they need more plumbers, they need more kind of this normal kind of educational, which is input to the society. But at the same time, we also have about 50 traditional craftsmanship where we can take up to master level. So then we will take in the competent people for educate them, and then might maybe more than 2 or 3 for these courses people, because this is where our special competences is with traditional craftsmanship. But as an organization, what are we offering? We are offering education for, let's say, the farmers get new directives that they have to have specific certificates for using their machines, which they'll be using all their life anyway. But they need to have a certificate. Then we can offer that as part of our, offer of education. But it's not based on traditional craftsmanship. It's based on the need of the local society. So offer both ways.
Some concrete education, your organization for adults and for immigrants. Is there education?
This is mainly, we only educate adults. We don't educate children, not at all.
No.
Adults after, who is adult?
Well,
In Norway, you are adult when you are leaving school. When you are wanting voluntarily to leave the school, and that you can do at 14.
Okay. I think for adults who change careers, for change profession.
And also, as you say, school dropouts. They don't manage to do the theory of the school. And so they drop out of school, they're starting doing some manual kind of work, easy work. And then they decide after maybe 5 to 10 years, they would like to take education in craftsmanship. Maybe they've been working in a hotel for 5 or 10 years, then they can take a craft certificate in hospitality
Yes.
You need 5 years.
If we shall be quite honest in Norway, I think we have one of the most boring secondary schools in the whole Europe.
Малко ме съмня да е при вас, но те при нас не искат да.
Up to 70% of the boys are dropping out of the secondary school
17.
because they are bored.
17.
They are
Not
sitting
70.
with such big books,
17%
reading theories, and they are here to learn something
Не искат да
practical.
учат, да.
Пише, че 100% са грамотни, това, което четох за Норвегия.
Yes, it's not
In
about
Norway.
writing, but they're dropping out of high school. You know, the education when they're from, how much is it, from 14 to 18, or 15 to 18? A lot of people are dropping out there.
Каза, че по принцип има много хора, които не се нуждаят от това да работят 5 години, дали имат различно мислене и навлизат много по-бързо в предната професия.
Да,
Това не е нужно.
петата година.
Но трябва документа.
Да, като
Трябва, че
Yeah.
за този,
So if
този
one
курс.
of your bosses at the company you are working says that
Същото.
При нас е различно.
кое му е различното? Отиваш на 20 години в определена фирма и те викат да трябва да имаш 3 години стаж.
Не,
На
да
20
говоря
години
за
стаж.
мигрантите, че е различно.
How about immigrants for Bulgaria?
Защото
Because now it's
България
it's a lot
използват
of
като
immigrants
трамплин.
from Ukraine now.
Значи, тяхната система е по-лесно емигранти да се включват по този начин.
But
През
not
трафиката
so
и след това да
easy to
искат
include
да останат.
for
да
this
имат
Така е.
изпити, за да могат да влязат.
При нас държавата е по-различно. Хармали е пълна с емигранти.
Хасково.
Хасковска област.
Хасково is full
Хасково ли е?
Област Хасково. Така.
Хасково
Region.
is full
Region.
with immigrants, Ukraine
Започват да
But
учат език
start
и
to learn the
трамплин
language.
да тръгнат за Германия, за
And
Франция,
this is
за
enough for
Норвегия, Бълг и
Ukrainians
така.
because this is enough because they emigrate to Germany.
Те не искат да останат.
Не искат да останат.
They don't stay in Bulgaria. They don't want to stay in Bulgaria. They only learn in Bulgarian language.
Okay.
Много малко.
But in your organization, is there immigrant?
Имала съм
Yes.
желаящи, но предимно език.
But only language. Какъв език?
Английски.
Only English language.
Някои от тях, които искат да останат със семействата си, искат да учат български, за да може да кандидатстват за работа и да си останат.
And Bulgarian
Но много
language.
малко.
Who want to stay in Bulgarian? But only languages, not craft, not.
No.
Няма занаят и
Do
професии.
you have enough resources to take care of the immigrants coming? For example, from Ukraine, is there enough that you can give education to everybody?
Не, нямаме.
Не. Значи, емигрантите, които са в града Хармали, те са към общината. Там се водят на отчет. Не е държавна политика централна. Там има имиграционна служба,
Те са
която е
изолирани.
към общината. Те са затворени и отворен тип. Два типа има. Тези, които са отворени, имат достъп да излизат навън. Но, примерно има сирийци много, те са цели фамилии. Тези, които искат да останат, да живеят, нали, да останат в България, те учат начален български азбука.
Но не при вас.
Не, общината си ги оправя.
How do you help people at risk of social exclusion? Как помагате на тези хора, които са
С риск от
с риск
социално
от изключване, от социално изключване?
По принцип, при тях преподаването, обучението е по-различно. Пак е със същите часове, но те са хора, които са с по-малко възможности, хора, които са застрашени от домашно насилие, ако щеш, хора, които са току-що излязли от
In Bulgaria, this is people...
затвора, как
Това са
искаш.
хора...
Това са такива хора, които обществото по някакъв начин ги изключва и тогава стъпка по стъпка, за да могат да се интегрират и бавно, нали, те минават и през... ние имаме в екипа офицер, който е от пробацията, Мария Александрова, и тя работи, освен че те получават някакво образование или някакъв занаят, се работи отделно на социална основа. Най-точно казвам. По такъв начин...
Нищо общо с
Има.
принципи.
Кажи кои са хората. Кажи им сега в България, кои са хората от социално
In
изключване.
Bulgarian people with risk in
И роми...
social exclusions are
с по-малко
Излезли от
възможности.
затвора.
with immigrants. It's more than
Не са иммигранти.
Не.
Да, това
казах. It's representative of ethnic groups, like gypsies, for example.
Безработни, не могат да се намерят
Unemployed people,
Жени, роман, които са жени с...
people who came out of jail recently, and
току-що с пробация, които са млади
probation,
хора
for
направили.
example, young people with conditional sentences.
И те всъщност са облагодетелствани, защото минаваш на по-кратко обучение.
Не е кратко, те си, за да си получат, да кажем, част от професията, да, то е по-кратко, но давам пример с един проект, който изпълнихме. Беше за 138 човека, предимно от етнически малцинствени групи.
We had a project for 150 people from minority groups.
Така, които бяха от 16 до 65 години.
From 16 to 65.
Дадахме им 5 специалности.
So we provided 5 professions.
Проекта ни позволи да направим ремонт на един етаж в едно училище.
The project gave
Да
us the
оборудваме кабинет.
opportunity to make a remodeling of a whole floor in a school to equip it.
Така, като имаше кабинет
техник.
по фризьорство, по козметика, по готварство, по сладкарство. Закупихме шивашки машини, учихме ги да шият,
hairdressing,
Да правят хляб.
да правят хляб.
bakery, like cooking, these kind of jobs.
И отделно от тези 138 човека, 38 човека учихме на азбуката. Те бяха абсолютно неграмотни.
38 of these people were completely illiterate, so we needed to start teaching them alphabet.
От които при завършване на проекта аз бях много щастлива. 24 човека от шивачите, понеже нашия район е предимно шивашки, си намериха работа и продължават да работят.
How do you help people finding a job after education? След като се обучат,
Ние
как
разбрахте. Ние работим с много
с договорите.
В сферата на озеленяването, на туризма имаме много ресторанти, имаме
ресторантс,
и правиме връзката, т.е. самата практика се провежда там и работодателя оценя дали лицето
After education,
и да го остави на работа.
I think that we are inclusive, but I think we have a different approach. We talked a little bit about it, Permian, and it's like if people are in danger of drowning, how should we avoid that? We have to teach them to swim. And it's also about being able to believe in themselves, whatever they are, whatever they come from, and find the good stuff and not being a victim all the time. Because that is a big problem, is that if you believe you are a victim and everybody else says you're a victim, then you are a victim. Finished, end of discussion. But so instead, no, you are a winner. We have to build people up. And this way, by learning them to swim, it is easier to get them, up to a societal level where they can function better. Another thing is also for the inclusiveness of getting them out to different companies to work. We have the unions that say we don't want somebody to steal working places from the union. This is a huge problem because the union will protect the workers' rights in the company. So the owner of the company say, yes, of course, we can have 5 coming to our place. Then the union say, no, this is for our members.
Okay, continue for finding a job after education. how you help these people who finish education in your organization, how you helps to finding a job?
I think you can maybe say something a little bit of the Ukrainians. How many of them is already?
Not only...
No, but that is an example from our
yes,
school.
uh-huh.
Because they came to Norway and they learned a little bit of Norwegian, and now many of them are already working.
Yeah, we don't have any good answer really, because we have very little experience of helping people to get jobs. We can always work on we have very good statistics here in Norway. They are producing overview in each community, I think, about what is free for jobs to search, and what do the different companies and the community administration, what do they need, what are they looking for?
Yes.
And we can always help people to get the first contact, but we are not experienced and we are not trying to take so much active part in really following them up. For example, if Espen is looking for a job at your company, it's very seldom we had accepted to take the work of going together with him to meet you, if you know.
Give you your phone number.
In your organization, Бълг, is there a contract with some company?
No.
No.
We got a contract with the local government for training them in Norwegian, and also a part of that training is how should you behave when you are in an interview for a job.
Yes.
But we don't follow them up to get the job, and it's like a little bit funny, but a lot of the Ukrainians that took the Norwegian course, I think it was 6 or 7 that would like to be nail designers, and in a very small town like Tynset,
Yes.
is maybe space for 1 or 2.
Yes, yes.
So we have a little bit problems with what they would like to do and what is available. It's like you cannot become everything in life when you are escaping horrors in your own country and you get somewhere else. You cannot, pick what you would like to be. You have to go somewhere you can get a job.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe a little bit confusion about that.
Really do not see so much confusion there, because perhaps we are thinking a little tough in Norway, but it's your responsibility now. You have got the education, you have learned the language, and you say still that you are attractive for the working for a job. Okay, show us then.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have to
Your
go
job.
out there and start selling. You must present yourself. Here I am, I'm Eli, and I am the one you have been looking for the whole life.
I am not a victim.
No, you're not a victim. You must be tough enough to be able to sell yourself, to present yourself.
Learn to swim.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You have to do it yourself, because you cannot be dependent on all other kind of stuff and education and people the rest of your life. You have to learn to swim.
We have had a lot of situations where we have said that, okay, Espen, you go and you ask the boss there, Eli, and if she says that you are kind of interesting, give her my card and ask him to call me up so I can help you there. I would like to take on your behalf a talk with her and tell her he is a very good guy. But it must be him who shows that he is qualified for the job.
The initiative should be on the one that has been through different kinds of programs for receiving help, right? Help with language, help with education, help with whatever.
Yes.
At a certain level, you need to go up yourself, and that is what we say in Norway. We stop somewhere, and then it's you. Okay, if you are, going good.
We have never really had problems with that, because strangely enough I think that participants in our courses from more than 35 different countries have accepted that. If you are going to have a job in Norway, you must present yourself as the one who can do the job.
Sure.
Who should believe me coming and say, yes,
You have to
Mr.
employ
Bunking
this guy."
Mr. Bunking is a quite nice guy. He's well dressed and shaved, and he is a good man. You should employ him. They wouldn't believe me. You have to convince them.
Като българската черта.
We have been building you up now for the whole winter that we did with the Ukrainians. The focus on that course was to make them qualified to go out and get a job. That was the focus of that.
Not to help them get a job, but to
No.
make them able. I think that, as Per said, it's a little bit different because the municipalities is given the responsibility to give education. So sometimes the municipality is using maybe their own teachers in the school in the evenings to teach them. Sometimes they're using existing educational centers and say, you have to do the job, we will pay. So it's different systems. So there can be a lot of teaching which is not regulated within a teaching or learning center as such.
Yeah.
This is a task of the municipality to solve it. They have to get all the immigrants through Norwegian courses. How they decide to do it is up to the municipality.
For example, the last class we had with 36 refugees from Ukraine, it was a job given to us from the education center of the municipality. We have very good teachers and instructors to teach them Norwegian, to talk about the Norwegian society and things like that, but to build up their psychology, to believe in themselves, to be
Yeah.
tough enough
Robust.
to go out in the market and say, I want a job in your company.
The same with
We
Bulgaria.
do not have that experience, they said. But you have been working with that for many years. Can you take the group on 36? And we had them for a whole winter.
За това нещо общината ли ще плати на организацията?
And this is why the municipality is paying for Lupa, for
Yes.
example.
Yeah.
If they can use internal resources of their own, or they can, pay someone else to do it for them. But it's the responsibility of the municipality to get the work done.
To answer the question you had there, because it was quite an extremely big difference for us to take over the group of 36 from Ukraine. Some years ago we had 24 people, I think, from Syria, and they were quite different in all ways. They were depressed. They had run away from the situation. They didn't have a paper with them. They hadn't clothes with them, hadn't a toothbrush or anything. They just... Basil came to them and said, okay, the plane is leaving for Norway in 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Rush out
Pick
to
up
the
on
airport
way.
and get away. They hadn't anything to get with them. They had not self-esteem and anything. I'm going to a course to qualify for a job. I really feel offensive now. The people from Ukraine, they had with them the papers, they had documents, they had everything. Am I allowed to have a little sunny history there from what we call the bureaucracy in Norway, because they are not hopeless. When they saw what was the condition of many of the people coming from Syria, they called in all the Syrians they found around in Norway. And they asked, can you do a deep interview with your fellow countrymen and talk with them really about what have you been working with? They don't have papers. cannot you ask them and get a dialogue with them? And they did a beautiful job. We could map up a lot of the qualifications to these people after these interviews. Because they are not run from Syria to up in the mountains here to start lying. They want a better situation, they want to be accepted. They are telling the truth. And they did. And it was marvelous. That is used a lot now for all kind of immigrants in Norway. Meet your fellow countrymen, have a deep interview, talk, and he or her is summing up the report.